Yo, Mike Bradley here. Hope you are doing well as always. And in today's video, we're going to talk about guitar tuning, and in particular, standard tuning, E flat tuning, and going down a whole tone to D tuning. Many different benefits of tuning your guitar. Of course, we could do auto tunings and open tunings as well. We'll leave that for today. I just want to show the coolness of having standard tuning, E flat, and then going down a whole tone as well to a D tuning, because it takes a different, the guitar, obviously we're playing the same shapes and everything like that, same boxes, same scale boxes, same chord boxes, everything we know, so you don't have to overthink anything, but it feels different as well, and it gives it that slightly grungy feeling when you start going a semitone and a tone below. So we're going to take this same guitar, which has got 11 gauge strings on, and we're going to start off in standard tuning. So E, A, D, G, B, E. All right, the one what you learned from lesson 1 about. All right, tuning your guitar 440, and then we'll do E flat tuning. We'll do this all back to back. So E flat is basically E, A, D, G, B, E again, but a semitone lower. So E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and then E flat, and then a whole tone lower is literally doing that. You're taking everything down a whole tone, or in guitar terms, 2 frets. So our E is now going to be a D, our A is now going to be a G, our D is now going to be a C, our G is now going to be an F, our B is now going to be an A, and then the high E is now going to be a high D. So let's start off with some chords. Let's start in standard tuning first, then into E flat, and then into D. Interesting, right? What are you thinking so far? Let me know in the comment section below. Just on the chords, what are you preferring? I know what I like best, I'll tell you at the end. But now let's do the same idea again, but we'll do some kind of blues rock riffs going on with it. So What was your favourite? Again, hopefully you've been put in the comment section below. It'd be great to hear what your favourite is. Mine, personally, would probably be E flat. I think it's got the coolest sound. There are some benefits actually of going down a tone. Now, if we look at our guitar heroes, they kind of all share a bit of a common thing. You know, Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan, for example, both tuned to E flat. There were times though when Jimi Hendrix tuned to a tone down, tuned to D. There's that famous him playing his 12-string acoustic, and that guitar is tuned down a whole tone to D there. And I can think of, I think the Stockholm 1969, there's that black and white footage of him playing in Stockholm. He's tuned down a tone there as well. And then I'm sure there's some recordings, I can't think off the top of my head. Please let me know in the comment section below. I want to check them out if you know any recommendations of some Hendrix tuned down to a tone. But he tuned to E flat, I think for his voice, Hendrix this is. On the first album, he is in standard tuning, and then he tuned down to E flat kind of thereafter. Stevie Ray Vaughan, E flat. Slash, he comes to mind, he's E flat. Eddie Van Halen was kind of between it all. Technically E flat, but sometimes used between E flat and standard. And then some of the grunge guitar players, they kind of went down to a whole tone in D. And a lot of guys as well, when you watch them live, they tune down to E flat, mainly for the voice. That's what it is. It definitely helps with the singing. My old band Biff Tech, we're doing a reunion gig on March 15th. This video might go up before then. If not, it was great. If it goes up before that, come along. We're playing in Brighton. But the singer hasn't really sung for a long time. And we tuned down a tone for him. And then we're doing one song where I'm singing. I was like, oh, it's just the song, what I'm doing, is a song of mine called Shiver. And it just doesn't suit it down a tone. So I was like, let's go back up to at least E flats. And it does make it so much easier on the singing. So I think that's where it started from. I'm going to guess. It just made life a lot easier for singing. But at the same time, there's some great guitar tones you can get by tuning down. And like I say, for me, I think a Strat as well, a Strat type guitar. This is the Broadcaster, no, it's not a Fender. But I think a Strat really suits E flat. In some cases, D. I will say when I was doing those chords, it sounded really nice actually, being down a tone. But try it out. Now, if you have your guitar with say 9 gauge strings on in standard tuning and you want to go down to E flat, I would recommend putting 10 gauge strings on it. Of course, try it out first, but if you feel like I want to sit here, this is my comfort blanket being in E flat, put 10s on. And if you want to go down a tone, maybe a bit more. Now, I've got 11s on this. Usually on a Stratocaster type guitar, I have 10s. And I put 11s on because we're going lower. But I'm tempted to put 12s on it. But it's holding me back because then you might have to change the nut and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, at least go up a gauge if you're going down a semitone or a tone. And if you got a Gibson guitar, I mean, that's a whole other thing because the scale length's shorter. So I've got 11s on my Gibson guitars. So if I was going down to E flat or down a whole tone to D, I would put at least 12s on personally. But because obviously we're tuning down, the guitar becomes a lot looser, the guitar strings become a lot looser. So by having a thicker string, you still got the tension there, but you got that great sound. And now at the moment, this is an E. Oh, it sounds weird now. I'm so used to it being E flat or D. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you do this a lot? Are you someone who stays in E flat all the time, or stays in D, or dare I say it, stays in C, goes down the whole 2 tones there? Let me know, it'd be great to know. But I definitely now keep a guitar in at least E flat. It's handy to have. And like I say, I think a Strat just suits that E flat sound at least. Yeah, like I say, between standard E flat and D, for me, to me, E flat was the winner, but let me know your thoughts. Anyway, I've been Mike Bradley, you've been you. Thanks for your love and support. If you don't already, subscribe, think about it, hit that like button, and sorry to sound like a YouTuber, but you know. And I'll see you very soon. Mike Bradley signing out. Bye.